Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Katanya Huey. I am the Director of the Business Resource Center and Operations at Headco Inc. Today, we're going to have a presentation from Donald Greene regarding social media and how it can help to build your brand, give you additional revenue, and drive business to your website for those of you that do have a website. Donald Greene is a successful serialpreneur. You might be asking what's a serialpreneur, because I needed to know what a serialpreneur was. But he is an expert. He specializes in communicating social media across all social media channels, and he works with all businesses, private sector, public sector, government, nonprofits. So he will have something for everyone on the call today in terms of helping you to bring your business to the next level. A little bit more about Donald. He owns his own company. So he owns television production, entertainment, videography, photography, anything that has any type of media associated with it. Donald is your guy to really talk to. He's put together a comprehensive program for us to review today. We're going to walk through it, but we're very informative, very informal, I should say. We're going to use the reaction button. So if you want to raise your hand, or if you want to just put a message in the chat, that way, if we keep everybody on mute, we'll make sure we get your questions. Again, there is a lot of information in here that Donald put together. We want to make sure that all your questions are answered. I will monitor the chat as Donald is walking through the presentation. So again, raise your hand, put a question in the chat, and we'll definitely get back to you as quickly as possible. With that, I'm going to turn you over to Donald and mute everyone on the call. Thanks, guys. Uh-oh.
It keep muting me.
There you go. Sorry, Donald.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? So today, she gave an introduction about me. I know she wanted to know about what is a serial entrepreneur. So a serial entrepreneur is a business person with multiple business. And me, I start businesses so I can grow them and build them out so they can automate and run by themselves. So that's just a summary definition on what a serial entrepreneur is. But this session today, we're going to get to talking about boosting your business with social media. And we're going to hit a couple of subjects and topics into that sector. But excuse me today, as far as the first screen PowerPoint wasn't working with us this morning. We were trying to get it together. But now we're going to navigate the latest platforms and trends, create content that resonate and engage, boost your brand visibility and impact. And I'm going to give you one key thing to keep in mind when doing this. And I'm going to give you what's needed to get started with all of this. So basically, you're going to get the resources. I'm going to give you some insider tips on basically the smoothest process on making it more simple versus you having to identify, okay, what do that mean? So I'm gonna break down every angle of what I am explaining to y'all as well. So let's get started. Navigating the latest platforms and trends. You could go to the next slide. Okay, so now with learning social media platform for your business, see the difference is it's a personal use for social media and then it's a business use for social media. So I want y'all to basically get your business caps on with this one and think about how everything I'm saying in the business text. So every year is a new emerging trends and platforms being established. Like, for example, we just came back from the collision in Canada. It's so many different social media platforms and AI technologies and things that we don't hear about because these platforms are not yet hit the market to where it's trending, but they are on the market. So it's a lot of useful tools to where if you know what platforms and softwares to integrate, those things that help you a lot. And they'll save you costs on your businesses on hiring people to help you orchestrate your business more. So that and the key thing too, as far as giving a insider before I go on, learning these type of tools and softwares and integrations, it helps on if you're trying to scale your business and get an investment as well, to where it attracts investors because you learning different tools that'll save them money, save your business, the capital running. So that's just an insider. So like this, the secret on learning these trends is to leverage the trends or educating yourself on it. Basically, not get captured in it, not fall into it like everybody wants an Instagram platform, a TikTok platform, and you posting your content. Or I want to get the views, or I want to get these, I'm trying to get my followers up. But you don't actually know the reason for the transition of all of that to benefit on monetizing your business with. So one thing that I'm gonna give you all a list of things that you should educate yourself on, basically starting out. So you want to, if you have notes, you want to take these notes down. This is where you start taking notes down because I'm gonna break all of this stuff out as well. You want to educate yourself on how to use Google Trends. If you don't know what Google Trends is a site to where you could look up and you can see what's trending in the world in any topic, any part of the world. If it's in what country, if it's in fashion, is any category you put in, you can find out what's trending. And by understanding that, you should be able to understand the demographics more. Okay, like, all right, these certain people's like that. So the next one, you want to also educate yourself on what Google softwares you need to integrate with your website so you be able to monetize. So you want to look that up as well. And it's not too many. So I'm gonna get into what softwares you need. Then also you want to educate yourself on what's the new emerging platforms. So if you're using Google Trends or you just looking up on Google in the general, you'll look up social media platforms. If you have a particular type of business, is there any fashion social media platforms? Is there any sales or e-commerce social media platforms? What's the newest one? Look those up. Those are all beneficial. And I'm gonna explain why coming further down the line. So you also want to look up what's the use of these platforms, because particular platforms have particular uses, like LinkedIn. LinkedIn is for individuals, for a lot of businesses. If you want to connect business wise, LinkedIn, a lot of business people have LinkedIn's account. Then it's a new platform that's on the horizon for businesses called Alignable. A lot of people don't know about Alignable yet, but Alignable is emerging. Look into that platform. That's another one if you want to connect with businesses. You want to get on a platform where it's not saturated with people just doing a whole bunch of things, it's funny stuff, and you trying to get your business stuff out there to where all that other stuff is overpowering it. That's why you're looking for the particular platform to promote your business. And you also want to learn what demographics is using these platforms on, as far as learning what products you want to post on this particular platform that can get a lot of more traction. Because your following that you have right now on your social media as your personal account is particularly almost not your audience. A lot of people always claim like, okay, I don't get no support. Nobody is doing this, but your followers followed you because of your personality before you started the business. It's not about your business yet. You're looking for support where your business doesn't have the demographic of supporting it at. So you have to find that audience to where, okay, these are the individuals that want this service, this product, that needs this. So that's identifying the demographics, learning, okay, well, it's men by the age of 18 to 35, it's Hispanics, Blacks, Caucasians. You have a mixture of all of it, but then you know the percentages of it. So now learning that plays a big major part into the next part. So on the next slide, we're gonna get into the next slide. We're gonna get into on creating the content that engage and resonate with your audience. So leading off of the demographics leads into this portion of it. Because now when it's whether it's a flyer, a video, promo, anything that you're doing, you have to address it to your audience of who will want that service, that product, and all of those individuals. So it's you not just posting it on Instagram and Facebook and say, okay, I didn't get this many likes, because those not the people that need your services. Those not the people that you need to be in. So that's what I explained, keeping business and personal pages separate, knowing how to scale it and grow it, so you have a big conversion rate. So now I'm gonna get into reading the paragraph. When creating promotion, video content, flyers, announcements, always keep in mind that you are creating it for the particular audience. So down to the music, the colors, the image, and the wording will matter on trying to capture the audience attention. But remember that nowadays with all these social media platforms, with so much things, YouTube, TikTok, Reels, so much things coming out, individuals' attention span is very low. So you got a couple of seconds to catch their attention. So that's why you'll see clickbait articles, clickbait posts, because people are utilizing, okay, I know people are going to click this and engage into this and go to my website. If they do that, if I just say it's this, in particular, they won the whole battle by you clicking that post and going to their website. So what you have to always keep in mind is that when posting, learning your demographic. So all the analytics that they give you and the platform they give you to understand what's going on, you should have something on that back end to where you'll know what time of day these people are on your social media, or on your post, are basically engaging with your things. You want to also know what devices they're using. And and you want to know that because that's when you start putting paid ads. So you don't want to just, when you're doing paid advertisement, you just don't want a paid advertisement for demographics when you know they're not using that device or they're not on that platform at that particular time. It's just a waste of money. So you just understand where your audience is at. Like if they using, okay, a lot of people, you're trying to get to people that need resources, need help in the communities, need things like that. A lot of them don't have phones, but a lot of them might have the Text Now app. So you'll put your ads on the Text Now app. And that's just giving you some insight or some source on what you can do with your business on scaling. So individuals that doing things on Text Now, they know they need resources and things like that. It'll get to everybody that's in that demographic of which you particularly set it up as for ad advertisement. So you also want to learn about trending hashtags and keywords. So you can also do that looking up in Google Trends. So you'll put, okay, how many people hashtag and use these? So like when you're posting a post on social media, I know everybody familiar with this, and you put a hashtag, but you put a word and they'll tell you how many posts that hashtag use, or like how many posts it was engaged. It'll tell you how many times that was generated. So you'll see what's trending. Now, if you go back to Google Trends, you can see what hashtags are trending. So that's why you'll see a lot of individuals post so many different type of hashtags on a post, because they identify the trending hashtag that'll generate them to where people be clicking on it. It'll generate the Google, it'll raise your SEO optimization, everything, all of that kicks in. So now we could go on to the next slide. So one of the most effective ways to boost your brand visibility is to leverage your social media while keeping your website your foundation hub. And by me meaning that is everything you do, like instead of putting your flyers, your video content, anything that you post on social media, a post, you put it on your website. Do it on your website first. Put it in your blogs. So I'm gonna get down and learn and tell you more about as far as explaining blogs, but you put it on your blogs. Then from your blogs, you share it to your social media. So now when individuals click on your post on social media, it brings them back to your website. So now all the traffic, everything is drawn back to your website, even though it's still on your social media, but it's drawn back to your website where you capturing this data in your CRM. And I'm gonna explain what CRM and all that stuff down because you're gonna need these things to get started. So all of that stuff, it's integrations that you incorporate with your website to collect the data. And now you can know when, why, and where of these individuals interacted with your website to now funnel them through services and workflows that you have, like basically sending email blasts to them, sending out phone texts, sending out messages and Instagrams and all different type of ways to really market to your audience. So I'm gonna explain a little more about the CRM, funnels, workflows, and software integrations you're gonna need to basically get started and start monetizing off your website. Because I'm gonna basically break everything down to you. So after this rest of this class, you should know how to make money off your website. Because that's the first part you should be able to monetize from is your website. And a lot of people don't know what the website is there for. So I'm gonna give you all the resources and what to get to actually start monetizing off your website and everything to do it automation by yourself. And it'll help you scale your business in the process. So we could go to the next slide. Okay, so now on the part of boosting your brand and how I was explaining that never subject yourself. I don't know why, sorry, but I don't know why PowerPoint messed this up like that. But educating yourself on different marketing strategies, spreading your wings, different things you can do versus you actually just doing all the work yourself. Like you got to get up every day, you got to post, you got to make sure you make the calls, you got to make sure you reply back to an email. All of that stuff could be automated. And these individual things I'm explaining are the factors you need to automate in that to grow in a successful business. So we're going to get down to blogs, SEO optimization, email marketing, SNM marketing, CRM, funnels, automation, and workflows. So now we could go to the next slide. So a key reminder is what I tell, like how I tell everybody. And then I'm gonna give you, something that an expert once told me when I first started to get into business. One thing to keep in mind when bringing your brand, service, or product to market, that it takes money to make money. Unless you're going to sacrifice your time to learn to educate or executing on your own, you're going to have to pay somebody to do it. So that's one thing you have to keep in mind. So my advice is what an expert told me is to educate yourself on different avenues. So because you'll be paying somebody versus you learning the easy way on how to do it to automate and channel the extra funds on. Now you can have extra funds to use it to advertise, scaling your business, everything to basically you need to buy more inventory products. So it's different ways on building your business versus you just relying on going straight. Okay, I need a loan, I need a grant, I need this. Oh, my business don't got this. Your business not doing nothing. Nah, it's other ways even before that option to actually grow and scale your business. And this is the first part on doing it as far as and a business recognition, your brand awareness on scaling it, getting your audience, capturing it, utilizing it to make revenue off that. A lot of people don't understand that part. The data. A lot of people don't know what data is and how powerful data is. Data is the main part of what businesses generate and operate and keep scaling. So invest into yourself, meaning not just money. Invest that time. Take that time out. You want to you want to, like me, I sacrificed on how I got to where I got to. I sacrificed the club and the going out, the hanging out with people. I outgrew a whole lot of people. People basically didn't understand what I was doing. So, but I knew the direction I want to go in. So I had to cut that off. I sacrificed a lot and I invested my time into learning and knowing and basically helping me scale my knowledge up to be able to now educate individuals on what I learned and what I know. So we could go to the next slide. So now we're going to get into what's needed to get started. So now I put down a list of items and things you're going to need to know about and need to incorporate. So I know a lot of people looking at this like, okay, my money kind of low. I don't got the money to buy all this stuff or have all the stuff. So in the process of this, I actually show y'all and give y'all platforms to where it's free on using and setting and then doing some of these things. But you are going to have to invest money into yourself into the process. So going down the list, you're going to need a domain name, a business email, a website hosting platform, a CRM, the right social media networks, a social media manager platform, funnel software, automation and workflows, paid advertisement. And the last thing you're going to need to do is make sure what you're doing has consistency with it. That's the only way you'll be able to scale. It's consistency. That's how you'll get the attention of people that didn't capture or see when you posted it the first time, or when you released it. It's so many things going on. That's why the whole news feed, and when you have so many friends, it's your platform is saturated. Your news feed is saturated. So you gotta understand. That's why picking and choosing the right platforms, joining the right groups, that all really matters and it counts. So we can go to the next slide. We're going to get into breaking this stuff down. A domain name. I know a lot of y'all know what a domain name. Most people got domain names if you have a website. But if you don't, a domain name is basically your identity. It's basically, if you could find your domain name, then nobody's using your business name around, because it's capturing your domain name, kind of secure your business name from the first start. That's the first part of securing your business name, is your domain name. And I actually give y'all some sites where you can also get your domain name for free. So you can go to Cloudflare, Namecheap, GoDaddy, Bluehost, Ionis. I use Ionis, just for the record. I tell people I use Ionis. They have good deals and it's very, very cheap on different things, on utilizing, on build, also even getting things for your website. So, and the second thing we're going to talk about is a business email. A business email are those that you use your company domain name, says to resonate with your business for your customer to be able to identify easily. So one thing is, when business check to see if you legit, they check for your website, your domain name, if you have a business email. A lot of things when you're in business and you're applying for and you're filling out forms, they ask you for a business email. They don't accept Gmails. So that's how they establish if a business is somewhat legit before fully vetting them. So those are the first two things of explaining what's needed. So let's go to the next slide. So you're going to need a website hosting platform. So a website hosting platform is a type of internet hosting service that hosts website for clients. It offers and facilities required for them to create and maintain a site to make it inaccessible on the wide web. So I break down and give you 3 sites that you can utilize website to make a free website on without having to pay it yet. If you just starting out, if you're a start out business to where you're like, okay, I don't have the funds on paying a couple of $100 on maintaining this website annually, or the features I need to actually run the website. So Wix, Weebly, and WordPress has a free version to where you can still utilize the website, and they give you domain names if you don't have one. So CRM, a lot of people might not know what a CRM is because data goes along with CRMs. So a CRM, the definition of it is a customer relation management. And I'm gonna break it down instead of reading that to you as far as telling you about the technology solution for managing your company relations and all that. I'm gonna give it to you in more simpler word. The CRM is a software that basically collects all the emails, numbers, addresses that you collect from your survey forms, people coming through your website, things you do like that, to where that's integrated for you to collect all the data. That's where all your data is stored, your CRM. So for a lot of people, when you start learning more about the data and learning how you really use your data in your CRM to monetize and really scaling your business versus having to run towards a loan or grants, it's very powerful. That's why I put that in there as far as learning about it. Because once you start learning about data and collecting it, a CRM will be your vote. It will be your bank, to where now that's going to be your leverage tool on making deals with advertisement companies and sponsorship deals and endorsement deals. They're going to want to ask you how much is in your CRM, how much the data is active. So let's get into the next slide. So picking the right social media networks. I kind of explained that a little bit down the line in the beginning, but it's knowing your audience overall, knowing your social media overall marketing goals, understanding the different platforms and their use. So you got to really look at, okay, what services do I have? If I got products, I know these products can actually go to this spread line of social medias. All right, boom. So now let me just boost it on these platforms. You can always post on every platform, but when you want to put ads and boost it and send it to the demographics and who face you want to put in front of, you want to be selective of what social medias you do utilize, because not every social media is for everything. Only it's only a certain age demographic that actually use certain social medias at a certain time. So it's just like, in like school, kids are in school during the day. So if you're doing something with kids, you're gonna either post it super early to where they check it first thing in the morning time, or you're gonna post it after 2, 3 at night, to where now they out of school, they're gonna jump right on their phone. So now that ad is going to bounce into their face if they're the part of the demographic that's supposed to see that ad. And a tool that I put into this is a social media manager platform. This will make you spreading your wings out on getting on different social media platforms so much easier. The social media manager platform is a place where you will put all your social media that you have in one spot. And then the one post you make will go to all the social media platforms at one time. So now you'll be able to schedule your posts that you want to do, upload the content. So if you're ahead of time of your marketing, you know what you're gonna promote first and what's coming second and what's going to come after that. You can schedule all of that. So all of that would be an automation. So now you can just set it and forget it and won't even have to worry about it. And then it's still processes as far as I said processes. It's still a process to where you have to basically go through because you just don't want to set and forget it. You also want to engage with the audience on these platforms, people that respond, people that like it. You want to share it to groups. You got to do different things as far as expanding your reach and your horizon as far as as far as boosting it as well if you want to reach that audience. But I also give you platforms where you can get social media manager platforms. So I'm a clarify now that these platforms are not free, but you can buy the platform to where you're not paying a monthly payment. Like me, I gave you what I use. I use Hero Post and Clixa, and I brought the platforms out, so I'm not paying a monthly plan, a monthly bill. So that's just an advice I'd use. So I'm just giving you what I utilize on my experience. But these are more platforms you can utilize as social media manager platforms like Hootsuite, Butler. Hold up, my screen is.
Donald, can you talk a little bit about what you mean by when you say you can buy the platform out?
So basically, it's instead of paying a $15 a month fee, you can just pay a one initial payment to where they'll probably sell you the whole platform for $100. To where now you own the platform. You can do what you want, how you want, when you like, and not have to worry about that bill coming out. Because a lot of it do catch up when you keep paying monthly. They get more out you monthly than in 10 months, they're gonna get $150 out you versus you paying $100 one time. And you're gonna need, and these are platforms you are gonna need, not just, okay, I'm only gonna need it for this time of day. You're gonna always need marketing inside of your business. So always think that's when I tell individuals always invest into yourself. Think about the right way. So where you saving money in the long run versus going the cheap route and then it's costing you later down the line to when you could have really saved money and placed it somewhere else on scaling your business. Did I answer your question, Donna?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We could go to the next slide. So workflows and automation. We're going to start with workflows. Workflows is a system for managing repetitive processes and tasks. So basically, I'm gonna break it down instead of because reading it might be complicated. So a workflow is basically you knowing the steps, you placing the steps on what will happen in the process. So now let's go by surveys, or if you got a product, I'm gonna go with product. If you have a product, so now somebody come to your store and they clicked on your product to purchase. You can identify, or your website would tell you, okay, this person went to your store, but they didn't purchase. So now by you setting up a workflow, you'll set up to where, okay, anybody that went to my store didn't purchase, send them an email in 7 days, giving them a discount of 50% off. All right. So if they go yes and take the 50% off, send them through this flow of things. Okay, now we're gonna give them also deals on these other products, like how we could bunch different products together so they can make it a better experience. Or if they say no, we're going to send them something back in 2 days to give them a better deal. So that's a workflow, knowing to where you setting up to where now you don't have to be the one to where somebody come to your site. Oh, damn, I got to call them. Let me try to call them, get the call in and see if they really want to make the sale. You having a sales team now calling them. This is setting up workflow automation. So now it eliminates you hiring somebody. So it's just the process. Do you want to take each product and each service line through on eliminating of a person being there, eliminating costs of in your business. So that's a workforce automation. And a funnel is basically the campaign of something. It's basically the landing page. Stuff you see is a funnel. So now if you click something and it say, okay, now click to see more. When you click in to see more and go into the next page and they telling you about the product and what it can do, and that's a funnel. Because now if you click another page, you might go down to purchase it. But you might see a line under it saying no thanks. So that's a funnel that you win. That funnel what creates the workflow. It's how it get you started. That's the landing page. That's what's created on engaging your audience. So you would create a landing page or something, a promo or something that you will make that will be on that landing page that you will put in your blog now to post on your social media that draws people back to your website. So that's why I showed you the process of it all on utilizing social media to maximize. So creating that whole process is your business being an automation to where now all you doing with your campaign, your advertisement, whether it's a post, a flyer, a video, anything you do, you put it in your website. You put it in your blog. Now, from your website, all of that's connected to that page because you put that video up there. Everything is connected to that to where now it draws them back, excuse me, and it pulls them in to now gives you a higher chance of getting a conversion rate on completing that sale in your business. So funnel softwares, basically, the definition of a funnel is to map your potential customer journey, or how I explain it. So I just gave you a breakdown of it on understandings versus me just giving you the definition of what the meaning is. So just learning these softwares and how you can utilize it to maximize your business opportunity and freeing up your time is most precious in your business. So think about these processes. If you invest into this and learning this stuff, now it frees up your time to, okay, let me work on a new product, or let me work on these other things that's going to come down the line now because this is already going generating. I can watch the analytics to see, okay, what is it doing in that state, or what is it doing in that area, that country, to where maybe I have to put more advertisement or engage them more. They like videos more there, or they engage them more flyers and posters, or they like you could get them, like it's different ways of marketing. So it's just learning your audience, giving what engaged them. Google Trends helps a lot because it tell you what people are clicking on the most. It tell you what people are watching the most. It tell you what people are doing the most. It can tell you what a demographic of age people are wearing this color in the season. So okay, they wearing this color. Let me line this color up in my fashion lineup because I know this age group, this is what my product sells to this age group, and they wearing this color more. So this is the color that's in season. So that's when you pay attention to like stores, and you might see a whole store in the season got green and yellow, but everybody is mimicking each other because they are flowing and following the market. What's the market? That's what everybody is mimicking. What's the market? They know everybody in those angles are wearing this color. This is what's in season. So it's just understanding that in marketing. Once you understand that, you can boom your business up. You could take all the distraction and all the filter stuff out and really get to making money for your business. So as far as different funnel softwares is the same way as how I explained with the social media manager platforms. They're going to be monthly payments, but it may be best to find a funnel software to where you can just buy it out. And they have one like SendPulse, ClickFunnels, Lead Page, Zendesk, Zendesk Sell, HubSpot, Get Response. But if you go back to the other software, when I told you, I explained that Clixo, I use Clixo because I could do everything inside of Clixo. I can make funnels, I can make websites, so Clixo has an all-in-one process. So look into that. I recommend everybody look into Clixo. So we can go to the next page. So paid advertisement. So a paid advertisement, a lot of people don't know is different ways on getting paid advertisement out. And it all depends on the demographic that you're trying to reach. So this is a major part of how to reach your audience and getting your bangs for your buck. You don't want to just keep spending money and nothing happen. Everybody doesn't like that. A lot of people think business is really impossible. Like, oh, it's hard to do business. No, it's understanding your audience and understanding how to get to them. That's the key to it. So you got to figure out, you got to educate yourself on different marketing strategies on getting to that particular audience. If they are up to speed on digital things in that demographic, which your service is for, you got to put your ads on up to speed devices, different things, different platforms to where they all are engaging on, they all are grouped on. So now your ads could pump through those contents. So we're going to get to different advertisement ways on doing that. So you have print ads. That's like the newspaper. Everybody know that. You have broadcast ads. You have out of home ads, direct mail ads. You can also collect people addresses. We all remember the times when they send coupons and things to our house and stuff like that. Like a lot of stuff, even still with digital saturated, direct mail ads will still work. So look into those two product placement ads. So you placing your products on stores or different platforms to where you can get the promotion and then you can promo it, like Amazon or Walmart store, stuff like that. Those are product placement stores. Podcasts and radio ads. You might want to look into those. Partner with podcasters that okay, they get a traction, but this is the audience for the demographic I'm looking for on selling my products. Even if they only have a little low 100 followers, they only get a couple hundred views. Think about that. That's a couple of more 100 people that could be a service because that's your audience. So utilize those. Don't never think about the little people as far as like, okay, that they can't do nothing for me. Just understanding your audience will benefit a lot. Then you have consumer generated ads. So consumer generated ads is basically like social media, put in what, consumer likes. You going directly to your audience. The mobile ads is what I was talking about. Mobile ads, learning if your audience is on mobile ads, you put it on those apps, utilize those apps, put ads through those platforms. All platforms have those avenues. Just look, you have to look it up. And social media ads, we all know what social media ads is. You could boost it up, you'll boost the ads, you put it on your demographic, you know that, and then this is pay per clicks ads. So that's a way to where you'll set a budget, and if somebody click it, that's when you pay. But if they clicking it, that means they interested in it. So that's a big learn about pay per click ads to where it's more effective. It might cost a little more than any other platform, but it's more effective. So now the when all of that, this is the next slide. Consistency. Okay, yeah. So the consistency is a key thing in this. And the consistency, maintaining the present is the key thing on scaling it and getting the audience. That's how you're gonna catch the people that missed it the first time. So you want to get in a process of keep doing that, having a whole system base, having a system of doing that. So now you can keep driving the traffic to your website. So that's the whole. It's not just doing it for okay 1 week, then it's like you taking off and you're not doing nothing. You always want to keep consistency. So that means plan ahead to where you're like, okay, I got a month worth of promoing. I could promo something maybe even if it's 3 times a week, but I got consistency doing it throughout the whole month. You want to do that. You want to also just keep that flow. Now we're going to do an overall summary of this process and then I'm going to get down to how to monetize your website and grow it. So in the beginning, like you'll get your own domain name and your business email. You'll have your own website. So the free way that I told individuals about doing it, you can also find tutorials and learn how to do it. They give you templates on doing it, but you can also utilize platforms like Fiverr and find people to do it. But my advice is it's not hard. It's really easy. It's just drag and dropping. Drag and dropping. and putting what you want it to look like. You can easy go off a template. So educating yourself is key. It saves a lot of money to where you could put it into what's really needed. So now we went through putting your videos and your posts and your blogs on your, like everything is on your website. So to use it for your website to post to your social media. You schedule everything on your social media platform. Then once you draw them back to your website, now you will capture the data in your CRM. We talked about that. Now you'll be able to channel that data into funnels depending on how you use it, whether you're doing email marketing, um, SMS marketing, so that's text messaging marketing. Putting an ad up to get in contact with them, putting it in their face. So you have your database on people that, okay, these are potential customers. So this is what you want to do as far as getting them. So those are the marketing strategies you'll utilize on knowing, because you'll do your research on as far as like, all right, they be on their phones more, or they be on TV during the day, or they do this, or they all definitely read the paper. Or so it's just, or they watch this type of show, or they watching this podcast. So let me put my ads there. So those are things to keep in mind with that one. So now all of this process will be preset and created through your funnel and workflow softwares. Then it will be automated. That's when you automate all of that through the software. So it's like once you add that automation integration on of it, it all works for itself. It all works for itself. So now even if you had to get certain things when you get an intake, and you have an intake, you can automate that to send that to your admin if it need to go to your admin email. So all of that stuff can be automation to where you can eliminate yourself all in general. You can even automate it back to where if it goes all the way to the end and they want to set up a email, a meeting, it'll draw them back to your calendar. It'll leave you all that information to where now you don't have to do that daily. It frees up your time to really grow and scale your business. So, now I gave you a little bit of source as far as the data, but now this is what I'm gonna give you. This is the part of monetizing your website now. Now that if you have all of that in place, your CRM is your bank. It's like I was explaining, that's your vote. With that data, you can sell that. So the reason that's another revenue stream. So when you start learning everything, the CRM, learning how you can sell that data to then take that data to help you scale something like inventory or more ad money to scale up more to get more data. So now your data worth value more because now you maybe got 2 million email lists. So learn more about the data and how you can sell that. That's information. They won't tell you about this information. I'm giving you this information. They're not going to tell you about this part. So you can sell that data and use that to grow. But now I'm gonna tell you what to integrate with your website. Now that you got that process, you have the things posted through your blogs, you posting it from your blogs to your social media, and it's all coming through. I'm gonna tell you how you make the money now. It's easy. It's only integrated things. So now you will, a lot of people know about Google Analytics. So you integrate your website with Google Analytics as far as understanding a lot of that stuff that I was explaining. It'll tell you the age. It'll tell you the demographics. It'll tell you when. It'll tell you what devices they use. It'll tell you where. It'll tell you everything that I just explained with that on that. So that helps you do that and then that's with your audience. It'll tell you how many clicks you pulled in, how many people traction came through, but they didn't click. It explains all of that. So once you got that, you also want to integrate Google AdSense. So if you do your due diligence on Google AdSense would basically integrate with your website and do all the work for you. It will place the ads, it will do all of that for you, and you can see the money and monetize, and all of that comes in one section on that platform. So long as you keep traction and having people engaged in what you have and they coming back to your website or just clicking on a post because they engaged to it. It could just be a regular post talking about something. It could be a motivational post. It can be anything, a video. It can be a flyer, anything with your business, a product. Post it from your blog. Share it from your blog to your social medias to where it draws them back. Now you're collecting the traffic. So this is the same. This is how social media could pay y'all from you doing all that stuff that y'all do on the platform because you and have people engage and comment and do all this stuff like that. So just imagine if you have your own foundation and do it to where you can make your own revenue. So once you integrate that, all of that, you'll be making money. Just the traffic on your website, everything will start generating revenue, and now your business will be able to blossom. So like at this point, if anybody, I don't, we could go to the next slide, but I believe that's it. But if anybody has any questions or want to ask me anything about it, you can unmute your mic and pop your camera up, and I'll answer them.
No questions from the team? That was a lot of information. Thank you so much, Donald. Any questions?
Thank you.
I have a question. Hi, this is
Hi,
Hello.
Lisa.
Lisa. Hi. Thank you so much for all the information, Donald. I have a question about your the social media managers. I always sign up for these social media managers, and I feel like there's always something missing as far as the integration, right? So like I've done certain ones where like I did one, not Canva, but some other app that I did. And whenever we would schedule it, it wouldn't do the music too, right? So then we had to go back and like manually enter it. So there's always like a little quirk. Are there any that you recommend that have like a true full integration where if we schedule it, our entire reel is, you know, we can schedule the entire reel with the music, no matter what the music is, no matter, and I'm willing to pay for it if it's the right one. Um,
So I give a trick that I do. So because you know how a lot of people utilize the music from social media and they
yeah,
integrate it. Just add the music right onto your content. That's going to be the one that you're going to use for in social media. So take it and add it and put and edit it right onto it.
right away, right? Oh, so you're saying like do it
Yeah. So
not
like
from,
this is a key. This is a shortcut. I'm gonna give you the shortcut now. So you know how you can go on social media and make it right, and you draft it, download it, because now the music is on it, and then you can post that in the social media manager platform because now the music is on that video.
Nice.
thank you.
Yeah. So that's just that's the easy shortcut way of doing it. It's just so you could skip all the hassles.
A good tip. Any other questions? Sure, if there's anybody. Deidre, Rebecca, any thoughts from you guys? Anything that
Yeah, I just had a question. My camera's not working right now, but um I run a food service business, and so I have a website domain. So the flow, I was really interested in the flow management when it relates to like food services. So would it be able to, let's say you go on the website and they're looking around and they're like, oh, but they don't purchase, will I be able to still be able to say send a flow like, do you need a custom cake? Here's 10%, or here's the order form for that, even though it's the site is run through Wix and I'm using Square kind of thing.
Nah, so the site and anything you utilize, it doesn't affect it. So once you set the workflow and the funnel up, it does anything that you wanted to do. Like how you say, oh, if they don't purchase, I'll give you 10% off. It does everything how you set it up does that as long as you integrate it. And it just basically setting up the APIs. So it's like basically you coding something onto the software from your Wix settings. That's all you're basically doing. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so it's not like none of this the softwares or mess, like whatever you use doesn't affect your workflows, funnels and things like that.
Okay. And I know you talked about the funnel platforms to use, but what workform platforms are that were recommended?
You said workflows.
Yeah.
So inside of funnels and inside those platforms, you do the workflows is included.
Oh, okay. So the ones that you
Yeah,
listed, those
yeah.
are also workflows in them.
Yeah, so any really, like, a lot of people don't know that, but a lot of platforms you can create the workflows on. They just people don't know how to utilize it. So I just recommend you just using it from the either the CRM platform or using it from the funnel platform. But it's gonna tell you that you could create the workflow once you see that. Like it's a category that say workflow. And it shows you like it basically is a template. It shows you like what do you want to put in there. So it's not like, oh, you gotta always create it off the top of your head. So
Okay.
it's easier, but once you do those process and you get everything together, like the first step of laying everything out is automation. So now all you're doing is just promotion it, putting it through the social media manager on automation. Like, and then like you're still gonna have to engage through the platform. But the beautiful thing with some social media platform, I don't know about all of them, but you can really engage from the social media platform. You don't have to technically go on social media. You can go right through the platform and do all the commenting and doing everything through there.
Okay. So is that different from like using Business Suite? Like, because you know how Facebook has Business Suite or Meta has Business Suite where you can integrate Facebook and Instagram. You schedule posts. So
So
that's a
so it's
little
the same.
different.
It's what Business Suite is the same thing. They just doing it on their platform so they can monetize.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing, how you read all the data. So they just got it organized and structured. I just show you how to create your own Business Suite.
Oh, okay. All
You see what
right.
I'm saying? So yeah, so now I'm glad you brought that part up because it's like people know how to use the Business Suite and all the features it got. What I did was show you what they have in that system on how they monetize and operate in there.
Gotcha. Okay. And then you also mentioned text now. That do you have to have uh your own phone number or do they give you a phone number as well?
No, so like when you go to those different apps that you will want to put ads on,
Yep.
you go through the advertisement, the marketing company, go to
Okay.
the departments. So it's like you don't have to have a text now part. See what I'm saying? So you just go in there to put that your advertisement on there.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem. You're welcome.
All right, we are almost at the top of the hour. Any last minute thoughts, questions, comments? All right, well, I thank you for your attendance today. We will send out a recording and have it posted up on our website. It might take a week or two for us to get it out to you, but you'll definitely get a recap of all this information. Thanks, everybody, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks.
for coming.